Alright, thank you very much for tuning in, John Michael's Adventures here. I'll just make a little video here to remember what was happening here in May 13th, 2022. May 13th, 2022. So what we're doing out here, Christian, is making the finishing here because we want to make sure it's waterproof, and it will be under the ground, but we still need this because the water could seep in. So this is a waterproofing cement here. This is waterproofing cement compound here. So the concrete, it's a sifted sand, 2 parts, and one concrete, or one cement, I should say, one Republic cement. And this is important because we want it waterproof. So and then over here we don't need it because it's an inside wall, but the outside wall, it's important to keep the water out. So as for the waterproofing in the issue, and here we got the brother of Alana, my wife here, he's a cool guy, and he's up and up. So what's going on here is we just want to keep the water out. I mean, that's number one. We get some rainstorms and everything, so I mean, keeping the water out is very, very important. It could cause problems. Now, in the last video, I did talk about the water issue here in the basement, and we're just gonna go there right now. And this is what it looks like here. So as soon as this is done, then we can put the Utah, and the Utah is clay in English, clay, and Visayak Utah. And then it's gonna be a lot of Utah. It's a lot of work, but in the end, it's gonna be nice because it's a big bed. A very, very large bed. Actually, this is the size of the bed. So this is the bed, the size of the entire room. Why do you need a bed so big? Well, Julia, Jeremy, Gia, whoever, what's the name here? Jeru, whoever else, you know, and Mama and Papa, of course. So this would be Mama and Papa's room, and the Sierra is right there. There's a Sierra right there, and I'm going to make a sink here. I'm going to make a sink. So there's going to be a lavabo there. All right, so as for the waterproofing in the basement here, so we did finish this and this here. So this does help, but over here it seems like this is where the water comes out of. And there was a rainstorm, and in my other video I said, oh man, I don't know where the water's coming from, but this is where it's coming from, right here. So what we're going to do here, I did get a tarp, and this tarp is going to do the waterproofing here. So it's going to go out like that, and then instead of coming in like that, right, the water's going to go out like that. So hopefully that's going to fix the problem. So as you can see, the water's, there's a little bit of water. I mean, I don't care about, you know, I do care about a little bit of water. Let me rephrase that. A little bit of water is very, very terrible. We want zero water, no water at all. And if there's water after this waterproofing, and if there's still water, well, you know, we got a problem on our hands. We might need to demolish this. I hope not. I hope this is going to be the end of the story. We could pour the floor, but, you know, we don't know. We don't know. So, and we got problems with kids always coming into the house here, so we don't want that again, because they could get hurt. So we don't like kids, but I gotta yell at them to get out of the house all the time because they like to play around in the house, and you know, they could get hurt. So I don't want that. So as for the water issue, yeah, that's definitely a big issue. You don't want to have any water in your basement. Right? So if the water's coming in from here, dropping in there, that's not a bad issue. That's not bad. We can always fix that. But what the issue could be, and hopefully it's not, is that the water will come in from the sides, and that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing at all. If the water comes in from the walls, from the side it seeps in, that is a serious issue. We got to demolish this whole thing, and I really don't want to do this. All I want to do is basically just put the floor and then have the end of the story. But I don't want to do that if it's not going to be done right. It has to be done right. And sure, I thought down the road, we could demolish, like one section. I say we demolish this here, refinish this here, demolish this here, refinish this. But, really, to do it right is, while it's open, when there's no floor on top of it, is... maybe I didn't explain that. Like in the future, let's say I make a floor here, right? And there is water seeping in through the walls, right? Which is a nightmare. There's always going to be water here. Always, always, always. It's going to be a terrible thing. It's going to be flies. It's not going to be a pleasant thing. Right? So to make this dry, we'll have to, demolish this section here, refinish this, put some waterproofing there. Demolish this, refinish this, put up some waterproofing and all this stuff. It's a nightmare. We don't want to do that. If it has to be done, now's the time to do it. So that's why we're doing all these efforts to waterproof everything. So, and that's for this bed. This is going to be the bed for a lot of people. Right? So a lot of people can sleep here. And also there's a bunk right here. There's a chain. I don't know if you can see that right here. Right here. Let me go in the other room. I'll show you the idea of the chain. Because it's a exact same room, but it's a mirror of each other. Right? So this chain here. This is the chain here, and it's going to be a bunk bed, right? So if you don't want the bed, you can just put it here, right? And if you want the bed, you can just, put it there. And that's going to be an extra bed here. So one extra bed. And, all right, so you can sleep. Julia, Jeremy, Gian, Juru, Alex, the new baby, she wants to name Huxley. I don't know if that's her name. I don't know. We'll see. We got to get a very beautiful name for this baby. And so I think that's 7 or 8 kids just right here. And the very, very nice headrest, as you can see, a headrest here. Made entirely of concrete, which is going to be, there's going to be some upholstery on this here, but the structure of the bed is here. I mean, this is a bed that's going to last you 500 years. This is not something that's going to last for just a 10-year time period. This house is going to be here for 50, 60, 70,000 years. I don't know how long it's going to be last here, but it's going to be here for a long time. And this is very, very heavy-duty stuff. These rebar here, this is not some cheap stuff. This is very, very expensive. Definitely some expensive stuff, and we put a lot of time and effort to build this thing. Right? So it's not something, and this is going to be finished here today. This whole, he just ran out. He just ran out, and he said, can you finish that today? He said, yeah. Because he was doing this here, and then he just ran out of concrete at that time. So. Nothing to worry. But he did finish this today. This is finished here. So there's a big door here. This is above and beyond the standard. This door here. This door is above and beyond the standard. It's going to be a huge door. And there's my door right here. See my door? Where's my door? Right here. There you go. There's my door. Hey, my door. There's my door. Right, so there's my 2 doors. So we're going to fabricate the doors. This is square tubing, or rectangular tubing. I did actually step in the cement, so it's not good. I stepped in the cement. But yeah, rectangular tubing. Rectangular tubing, and it was around like 980 for one piece like that. That's a lot of money for a piece of steel. 980 for that piece. And we got the rebar here and the square bar, rebar. And so yeah, that's basically it. That's what it looks like here on the 13th of April. The 13th of May. 13th of May. And the plan is to put a kitchen here. This is where the kitchen's going to go here. So, all right, well, that's the issue about the water coming into the house. Most of the house is dry. I mean, it's just the basement that has a serious issue. I didn't actually see any water coming in from the bedroom at all, and the window's wide open. So it's raining like crazy, and there's no water coming in. So. The window's wide open, it's raining like crazy, and there's no water coming in. So, I mean, that's a good sign. But the second floor, it's the best roof anybody could ever buy. I mean, it's a very, very heavy-duty roof. You can step on and build another house on top of it, basically. So the plan is to make a third story here with the square tubing, rectangular tubing. I don't know what you call it. Probably rectangular tubing is a better term for it. All right. So, yeah. yeah. So, we'll see what we can do. We'll do a little bit by little bit here. The foreman unfortunately lost his brother. So his brother passed away the day that we poured the second floor, and then his other brother passed away recently. He actually he fell and he hit his head on a rock. I mean, what a way to go, man! That would have been terrible. Poor guy. So they had the vigil and everything, and the guy died. Unfortunately, he hit his head on a rock. He fell down, and he fell in the water, and the rock, split his head open or something like that. Absolutely terrible. So, he's not working very much now, so we'll see if he's gonna... He's probably depressed, my goodness gracious. His two brothers died just like that, so... And there's no update on the garage yet, because nothing actually happened, so... We'll wait a little bit for that, so hopefully something happens on the garage soon, because they really want to put my tools in there. But yeah, it's just looking like the same thing, but that's gonna go up here. That's gonna go up and up and up. Alright, so thanks a lot for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time.